Hello everyone and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're all having an amazing week. Currently it is Thursday and let's get right to the charts, as Bitcoin absolutely broke through the POC and the value area low of the range, dropping all the way down to 61.4k. You can see we dropped all the way down to this weekly order block that we have right here, from the previous massive drop capitulation that we had back in the 6th of February. And right now Bitcoin potentially could be setting in for a local bottom, at least if this order block right here holds. We are starting to see some potential bullish signs on the RSI momentum right here. You can see head and shoulder pattern on the RSI. We are potentially forming that bullish divergence right here, so it could be a temporary bottom. Of course, we could also start breaking down lower from this level, and we could start looking for levels below $60,000, but for right now I do believe that this won't happen that fast. It also depends what the stock market does, because yesterday the stock market also started to drop, and this also fueled the Bitcoin move to the downside. Even though the stock market moving just 1% down, Bitcoin right now and the altcoins, it basically took out the low from February the 6th, and we have hit some levels from past the tariff crash back in 2025. So very interesting to see. Hype also seems to be forming a potential top level right here. Look on daily, we are rejecting from the monthly R1 level right here. We could potentially head down to hit the previous all-time high or the monthly pivot level. SUI also breaking down from the capitulation from February the 6th, and could potentially head down lower for the capitulation week back in October the 10th, the biggest crash ever. Same thing for XRP. Actually, XRP did not take out this low right here from February, but interesting to see. Some of the other altcoins, let me look at how BNB is doing. BNB also did reject quite harsh from the daily MA, dropping down almost 20%. AVE also dropping lower. Arbitrum also took out those levels. Tau also about to take out this level basically. I think Zcash is still doing well, but potentially also forming a head and shoulder pattern right here and about to go to the downside. It all depends, guys, how this trend will continue. You can see on the daily we are also starting to flash in the over sold region right here, potentially ready for a buy signal, but I would wait for confirmation. We need some couple of daily candles to close right here, basically close above the weekly order block that we have right here, in order for us to consider a reversal for right now. And then we would need to break back into the range. Of course, this could be hard to happen since we just broke down through it. The dollar also starting to look bullish once again. Even though it is moving very slow right now, we are still potentially going to see another move to the upside for the dollar. Bitcoin dominance did drop very hard to the downside from our key level right here. You can see we had this key level when we were basically all the way up here, and right now the Bitcoin dominance rejected. What this tells you is that this move to the downside was basically all Bitcoin driven. Basically Bitcoin sell-off is that what we've had, and the altcoins did not move that much, even though they also came back down to critical levels of support. This was mostly Bitcoin getting sold off. Gold also potentially looking for support right here. I don't cover gold much since basically it is mostly in an uptrend, but right now it seems to be creating somewhat of a range and potentially break out from here coming next year or so. For the short term right now, you can see this whole move down. We had this bottom right here, potentially longs closing out. since you can see open interest dropped. And right now CVD is rising a bit, open interest also trying to come back up, prices also trying to come back up, which means there are a bit of long positions opening up right here. We still have pretty decent volume, which is still nice to see, even though it is to the downside, but still volume is volume. We basically took most of the liquidity on the weekly. Let's look on the hard time frame. We also took most of the liquidity on the 3 month. So and we actually did took basically the liquidity all the way to 61k. We do have some bit more liquidity right here remaining, down to $60,000. Basically this low right here, we did not sweep this low, so it could get swept before we actually do something else, like for example reverse. But still the major liquidity has been taken off right here. As you can see, fear and greed index dropped back to 20, so this is basically almost extreme fear. Let me refresh. Yeah, we are still at 20, but this is, as I said, basically an extreme fear. Spot ETF still continuing to be looking red. We got another massive outflow yesterday with over 390 million, with BlackRock in the lead. They have been selling off quite massively. Long versus short ratio, you can see we still have more sellers in the market. Let's see. We do have some news coming out today, unemployment data, and tomorrow we have the most important data coming for the week. So we could watch for somewhat of a move coming tomorrow with the employment news and hourly earnings. It's gonna be interesting to see. And I do believe that this would cover it for today, guys. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.